Hey guys, what's going on? New video, T10 in 10 minutes. So I have a very long guide. It's about 45 minutes, covers everything with dealing with T10. This is a slightly updated version, and it's just much quicker. I'm not really going to be talking about what the nodes do, just kind of how you want to maximize your efficiency in unlocking T10, and then the best ways to do it. So first things first, this is probably going to be more catered towards spenders. Free-to-players, it's going to take you a long time. It's going to take you years to max out this tech. Many years. Light spenders, it's also going to take you many years. You can get, if you're a light spender, you can get around 10,000 a week. 10,000 war badges a week. It's going to cost 1.2 million war badges. So, I mean, you can do the math yourself, but it's about 2 years, a little bit over 2 years. So in any case, for spenders, you'll have 3 of these packages every single week. So 25,000 war badges for $100. You only have 3, right? So 75,000 a week. Once you buy all 3 of these, then you'll get 15,000 war badges for $100. And there is a limit. It might be 5, it might be 7. I don't know. I've only hit that once and I wasn't keeping track. I wasn't aware that there's a limit, but there is a limit. I think it's 5 for 15,000. So you can't just max this out day one. It's going to take you at least a couple weeks. With that said, for medium spenders, I mean, still big spenders, I only recommend buying this 25,000 badge pack, 3 of them every single week. And then the trade supply for everybody, buy the trade supply, and then the arms supply as well. And you can get 1,000 war badges from there. You can also get war badges from the VIP store a couple times a week. You can get 1,000 for a few days. It's quite expensive. And you can also get it from the Doomsday shop, but we're ignoring all of that information and we're just considering this kind of cost. So anyway, let's jump right into it and let's jump right into what you should be doing. So I highly recommend maxing out these first 12 nodes first. Don't go really deep into these individual troop types. Max out all 12 first. The reason for that is, one, these buffs are great. So 30% might for T1 through T10 fighters is really good. Plus 15% HP is amazing for all these troop types. And then obviously you have to unlock T10. Well, you don't have to if you're a free-to-player, just get these first 9. But everybody else who's going to be using T10, you have to unlock T10 to use it. So anyway, max these 12 nodes. That's going to cost you about 100,000. It's 94,000 war badges. So again, if you're spending or not, it's going to take you a little bit longer or shorter. 1 row is about 31.5 thousand, but again, I don't recommend just doing 1 row. I highly recommend doing the first 12. So after that, after you max out all these 12, then you kind of have to consider what troop type you need. My personal recommendation, not considering your hero setup or your situation, T10 shooters are the best type. The reason is this 20% damage works very well. Once this is maxed, 20% damage works very well for shooters, so they're pretty much the best type. Second best is fighters. The fighters are performing very well at T10. You will take quite a bit of casualties. So the other reason why T10 shooters are great is because oftentimes you'll be running something like Glut Tech Bird, and Bird will take far less casualties than the front row, obviously. But T10 fighters perform very well. The increase in HP is amazing for these guys, and it'll do great things. The least performing, but still good, is T10 vehicles. Now, depending on how huge of a spender you are, if you're an uber giga spender, just use T10s for everything. It doesn't really matter. If you're not, and you're a little bit more conservative, at least your spending is a little bit more conservative, I really only recommend using T10 vehicles on a mixed troop, something like TP, Wrath, Siren. I wouldn't recommend using it on something like Heaven's Redemption, Organic Death Rider. You'll take a lot of casualties, and it's very expensive with gene fragments. Really, you have to consider the cost of gene fragments before you just start pumping these out. If you see a base, you can just wipe it out with your T10s. Just do it, and you won't lose that many. You'll lose like 10,000 maybe, and you can just heal those up in the hospital. But if you're just hammering away at someone like I don't know, Flying or whoever, you know, a big name guy, and you're just sending these T10 vehicles at them, you're gonna lose so many of these vehicles, and it's gonna cost you a fortune. So anyway, let's pretend you're going T10 shooters. That's what I would recommend. I would recommend all of you to do the same, but do what you want. So anyway, then we come to this next row. There's these 3 nodes. These nodes aren't great, but you have to max them. It's 3 points for each. So this row, it's about 30,000 to max all of these, 10,000 each. So, you know, quick math. So at this point, we're at about 125,000 from the first 5 rows. Then you'll unlock Sniper Elite. So Sniper Elite, or this row, whatever the name is for the other one, it doesn't matter. They do the same thing. You'll have to put in 5 points into Sniper Elite to unlock these next 2 rows. And then in order to unlock the next row, in order to unlock this final row, so at this point it's the 8th row, you'll need to put in 5 points in shooting practice to unlock this, 5 points in ammo conservation to unlock survival instinct. Typo. As you can see here, you just can't research it unless this is level 5. And similarly, you can't research this unless this is level 5. So put 5 points into all 5 of these nodes right here. And that's about another 25,000. So at this point, we're at about 150,000 war badges. Now, again, if you're buying this expensively, this will cost you about $800 for this one troop type just to get these to 5. Once all of those are at 5, you unlock Longshot. So what I'm going to say, now let's talk about the tech specialization points pretty quickly. So once you get around here, once you max out this 5th row, you'll have about 18 tech specialization points, which brings you about here or here. I recommend going left. So going left, down, left, down, left, down. As you can see, I put it up at top. It's not going to be a huge deal breaker, but down is probably a little bit better. Or you can go right up, right up, right up, and you'll be around here. As you put 5 points into all of these, you will unlock more tech specialization points. Each time you unlock a tech specialization point, put it in process management. This is the whole reason for going left, is to get this reduction of war badges. It's 50 per. So it's a total of 250. So at this point, you have all of these at 5. You have this maxed out, this node maxed out. As you get more points, then go right all the way over here. Or if you had gone right previously, go left. So you'll have left and right. Then Longshot will unlock. Longshot, you'll need to put in 5 points into Longshot as well to unlock the bottom row, the 10th row, as you can see. So Longshot, in order to put 5 points in here, it's going to cost you about 15,000 war badges. So overall, we're at about 160,000 war badges, including the slight reduction. And then you'll finally unlock the bottom row, which is sort of the meat of T10. It's kind of the huge thing that differentiates the big spenders from the little guys in terms of T10. So then you'll be able to unlock the first 5 nodes of this bottom row. Once you get 5, you'll come to find out you need to max out Longshot. And in order to max out Longshot, you'll need to max out these 4. So anyway, in order to get these to level 5 out of 10, which is, again, what I would recommend, I would go all 5 into here. That's going to cost you about 60,000. So at this point, we're at about 220,000 war badges, give or take. So overall, for one troop type to get this bottom row to 5 out of 10, it's going to cost you 200,000 war badges. Then I would do the same thing for fighters and the exact same thing for vehicles. Then, since at this point, both of these will probably be maxed, or at least you'll be putting points into this one. Then you'll go back to these nodes. What you need to do is you need to max out these 4. So in the case of shooters, you'll need to max these 4 in order to increase your levels in Longshot, but only max these 4. So at this point, Sniper Elite will be level 5 out of 10. Max these 4. max these 4, and then max these 4. So 10 out of 10. There's 2 things now to consider. One, I would recommend putting in 7 out of 10 points into Sniper Elite, 7 out of 10 points into this one, and 7 out of 10 points in this one. The reason for that is once this has happened, so once these are maxed, this has 7 out of 10, and these are 5 out of 10, 5, 5, 5 for each troop type. Then you'll want to go back into your tech specialization. You want to reset, use up, I think it's probably going to be around, I don't know, 3,500 to 4,000 war badges. Well worth it. Reset your tech, and then go up to this percentage reduction and down to this percentage reduction. The difference between the percentage that doing this method right here is going to save you hundreds of thousands, maybe not, but tens of thousands of war badges. A ton, a lot of war badges, trust me. Just do it. It's good. It's worth. So yeah, war badges are basically what costs all the money. Nobody gives a shit about the resources or whatever. So just do it. Anyway, at this point, I'm a little bit over 10 minutes, but this will be 5. These will be 5. This will be 7. These will be maxed. Now you're at percentage reduction. So after this point, you'll have to max Longshot and then just go ahead and max all of these. And do that for each troop type. And then everything will be maxed except for Sniper Elite, which is, again, at 7 out of 10. At this point, just max it out. Now that you're at the percentage, just max it out. Sorry, actually 6 out of 10. Keep this at 6 out of 10. My apologies. I don't know why I kept saying 7 because it's right here. It's at 6, but it doesn't really matter. You'll barely be losing any percentage anyway, or a little bit of war badges if you do 7 or 6. But do the 6, max out these, max these out, and then you can decide to max this or not. At that point, you'll have 70. No, that can't be accurate. You'll have, let's just say 70 points. Then you'll want to start. Personally, I would reset again and go left to get this HP plus. So I would reset again, finally, once everything is maxed, reset, go HP plus, and then go all the way over here to the ultimate load, max this out. And then personally, I would go north because I think that this max limit is nice, having this extra 300,000. But if you don't care about that, you can get, the attack or the resistance. In my opinion, the extra troops are really nice for a huge battle. If you need it, you might need it. So that's how I would do it. Again, now you have everything maxed. You're not done. So once you have everything maxed, you'll actually want to start resetting these first 12 again. You'll need 77, I think, points. I probably should have calculated that, but I believe 77 tech level in order to get 2 of these ultimate loads. So plus 10, this is huge, right? This is pretty important. Once you're at the highest level, once you're fighting T10 max players, obviously you have max Baneblade, most max heroes, so you're pretty much just clashing at that point. The difference maker is going to be the tech specialization points. Well, one of the difference makers. Obviously, counters is the biggest one, APC counters. But this, if it's a mirror matchup, this will matter the most. So you'll need about 77. You'll need to refresh these. That's what this timer is for. So if you click this button, this action will reset the tech back to level 0. You won't maintain the buff from it, but you can start putting in more points and you will level up. So it's pretty expensive to get this final one, but do it anyway. You're gonna need it. And then if you need to continue on, you'll reset these guys. The bottom 4 nodes in each type are very expensive. You can, if you want, if you're a huge spender, you will be doing so. And if you're going to reset very, very often, all the time, which only the massive spenders are even going to consider this, you can do left all the way ultimate load and then right all the way ultimate load. This will reduce the reset cooldown, which is 160 days. So you can reset more often and get more and more points. But again, that's only for the max spenders. So at this point, everything's maxed. You've reset your top 12. You have 77 points. You have 2 ultimate loads. You're ready to go. That's about it. It's going to take you quite a while, even if you're a trillionaire. You will be capped by the amount of packages you can purchase. If that's not the case anymore, let me know. Like I said, it has happened on my account, but I wasn't really keeping track. I think it's probably you can buy 5 15,000 War Badge packs. I don't know. If you find out, let me know. Or not, if you don't want to admit that you've been spending that much on War Badges, I guess. But in any case, that's about it. That's about it for T10. Hope you guys enjoy. It's a huge difference maker in combat, and following my recommendations, you're going to get it the quickest and the cheapest. So that's about it, guys. I know I said T10 in 10 minutes. It's been 15, but I had fun. Hope you guys did too. Hope you learned something. Share it with your buddies if they're confused. I know a lot of people are asking questions, so this is why I'm sort of re-releasing a concise version that's going to help hopefully all of you guys. All right, guys, take care. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more. Peace.